Jaide animations for the first time. People keep saying she's like really cool. I've already reacted to one of her videos, the Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. This time I'm going to be reacting to I attempted the Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. The Sinnoh region was always my favorite, because it's got the coolest Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon is Drapion. Alright, with that said, let's start.
New here? Hi.
Hi.
I've done this before. Last year I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so
I
here
like the
I am
home
again.
region.
And doing another.
Home
But this time
region
I
sucks.
attempted to Nuzlocke Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If Pokemon faints, it dies, and you can't use it anymore.
Oh.
And you have to nickname your Pokemon so you grow more attached to them. If you still don't understand, that's not my problem. Let's get started. Oh,
That's
boy.
not my problem.
This was my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke.
Alright. See how it starts.
A Pokemon! So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragged.
I'd say this, but out of all the Pokemon rivals, Barry's the worst one. Like, he never thinks he can do it. He's always says, like, I'm the strongest in the world. No one can beat me. I'm invincible. Haha, hurry up. I'm gonna have to fine you for being late. He's just so annoying.
Me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible from this Professor Rowan he saw on TV.
Professor
He drives
Rowan's
me out
kinda
to Route
strict.
201 and is about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it!
Okay?
You guys know going into the tall grass is practically a death wish, right? What
Yep.
you're doing is basically suicide. Borderline insanity. What
Okay.
absolute moronic lunatics you are. Have you no respect for your lives? Do you have any Pokemon? No.
Nada.
Do you want some? And like that, I have a Turtwig. I
Why
named
did
him
they
Turk and
Turtwig?
immediately used him to bash in Barry's
Chimchar's the
Chimchar. I
best.
was making my
It
way
evolves
through
into
the
a
routes, but
Infernape.
right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202.
Ooh, Shinx.
Don't kill it. No!
Aw. Crits.
So no Shinx for us. But that's alright. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway. Then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan and his level 5 Starly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! So in the first trainer battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit. Why do I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this? Nevertheless, we kept going onward through Jubilife City, where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave above Route 204, and Magikarp on 218.
Magikarp?
I'm Magikarp. Your name is Puppy. Just outside the city, Barry runs up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in his Chimchar again.
Ooh.
And his Starly too. I kept on my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his Cranidos, but Turt landed a crit Razor Leaf and one-shot it before it could even do anything. So that's badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Windworks you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know, again,
I love
Shellos. I ran straight to the grass to get my Shellos encounter, and I'm not gonna pass up an encounter, so I very depressingly caught the Shinx and named it Failure to vent my sadness and frustration over not getting a slug. While there, we found Team Galactic messing around, stealing electricity, and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door, broke in, beat up the grunts in the building until Turt evolved, then found Galactic Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I'm scared of because she's got a fat cat that hits like a semi-truck. But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg Mines, I caught Dwayne the Onyx, and I brought him to the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was death fodder. Turt took out Mars's Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding. But she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it, Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at that. Dwayne is fine. He's fine, guys. Don't pull the sad nose for Dwayne.
He's gonna die.
Fine. Don't worry about him.
He's gonna die.
Don't worry about him. Oh my god. Dude. Alright, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Dwayne gets to live. Somehow, when Dwayne was supposed to die, he hung in there on 1 HP.
At least he's not dead.
I respected the hell out of him for it. I let Dwayne live, and Turt was able to take out the Perugly. What a legend.
Yep.
But then I put him back in the box and moved on.
Why'd you keep breaking it?
I caught a Bronzor named Big Boy, which I happily added to the team. And right before Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies. Badge number 2. We slashed the guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter.
Oh, Skunk Tank.
Let's take a look at how that went. Don't crit. Don't crit, don't crit.
It's gonna crit.
No!
Yep.
But, I mean, that won't do.
Why'd you use Razor Leaf against the poison type?
Let's just hit it. Don't crit him.
Night Slash.
No, oh my
There's so many
god.
crits in this
We finally
game.
were able to beat her, but that fight really knocked
there's
the
just
wind
so many
out of me.
crits.
I was shaking on my way back to the
Every
Pokemon
battle is
Center
a
when
crit.
this lady Cynthia shows up and is like, egg? Yeah. Anyway,
Egg?
even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road. And then he died.
Oh.
I've practiced this game and...
Aw. Sorry,
so before
Big
you
Boy.
push up your anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know, by the way, the reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness. But then he got crit.
Oh.
So, first death. I'm sorry, Big Boy. You never had the opportunity to become a big boy. I walked into Wayward Cave and found a Gibble.
Whoa,
is
a
an amazing
Gibble!
Pokemon. It turns to Garchomp, which is
I
easily
never had
one
Gibble.
of, if
I
not
love
the strongest
Gibble.
Pokemon in the game that is...
Alright guys, one more thing. I actually have that game, but I've never completed it. Like, I have it right now, but I just can't complete it. It's just so hard.
And a legendary. Adding it to the team would give us such a huge advantage, and now there is nothing in my way between that and...
It's gonna die. Yep, it's a crit again.
And we're moving on. We arrived in Hearthome City where I caught DeVito the Ralts, Gronk, and
DeVito?
Puppy Evolved. We had a clean win against Fantina, and some lady gave us an Eevee I named Milk. Things were
Cool.
starting to look better now. I was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting
Curly
this
up.
lovey-dovey couple... let's go into Puppy. Get rid of the weasel. Oh no!
Pursuit. Yep.
You're kidding. And that's why I hate love.
Ugh.
In came Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 10.
Shrimp.
Some good news, on Route 213, I finally found a Shellos. I named it Scoop, and I
Scoop.
loved it. I loved it so much. No, you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but Scoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't
Okay, that's
apathetic about
crazy.
it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon. Turd ended
Nice.
up evolving too, so
Whoa.
together with Kronk and Scoop, Maylin was defeated and Edna was secured. Outside of Astoria City, I caught Quagsire and Lol, but when I went to Great Mercenary, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper, so now we've got Lol and Oops and Buck. Then I swept Crush with Milk, with a Jolteon, with a
Nice.
Thunder I bought literally next door. I walked out of the gym and Team Galactic set off a bomb. I ran down the grunt who detonated it and took him out because he's weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to charge her grandma. So I'm like,
Why can't
yes
she do
ma'am.
it?
We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's gonna blow up the world or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. And then I wanted to fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat, but Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not only miss all his thunders, but also punch himself in the face.
It's not his fault. He's confused.
Milk!
Uh-oh. Is he gonna die? 21.
You can't be doing this. Calling him to kill Golbat because Milk was being difficult,
Jesus.
but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow. Anyway, here's your Dusty Charm. Went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in Canalave City where we barged into Byron's gym and demolished the team with Scoop Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor. So Barry, Professor Rowan's assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all flipping Magikarp, I run into Galactic under Saturn, who we swept
Alright,
over.
I'll just
After
name
that,
your
we head over
plants.
to Lake Verity, where we did the exact same with Mars. There was a part where Turk got crit and almost died.
Wait,
oh god.
when
Oh god.
Pokemon-
But
when you're in
we're
the
fine,
Pokemon
he's fine.
anime,
Finally, we had
where
to
are all
go
the
check up
protagonists?
Barry at
Like,
Lake
where are they?
Erie,
Are they
and after
alive?
trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at top of a cliff. Like, ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser.
Oh lord, he's so
I'll
annoying.
go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having
Barry
some good
is
type
so
matchups
annoying.
with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them, but Candace uses ice types, which like half my team is weak against. Which, you know, nervous this rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage, but the main threats on her team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because it'll use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness with Snow Cloak. Span double teams, and then just my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which did make me feel better at all, and started the battle.
Easy.
Shrimp took out her Sneasel and Swoop took out her Pile of Swine, almost dying in the process, and then she finally brought out the big bad Abomasnow. Since it's grass ice type, I have Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, guys, one more thing. When I played Pokemon Pro, which is the game I have, you will not believe what starter I picked. I picked Piplup.
Lo and hold, it did.
I don't know why I did that.
Didn't miss. Please kill it. Please, it's quad. It's quad. What? Eventually, Puppy took it out, but that was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least, Frostlass. I wanted to have Swoop Rain Dance to get rid of the hail, so Frostlass Snow Cloak isn't activated. Since Swoop was sitting at a not-so-chill 20 HP, that wasn't going to work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight, I stopped her with Failure the Shinx. Yep. Sorry, little guy. Failure looked up at the living death that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Swoop, Failure was killed in Blizzard. It's really unfortunate we had to resort to it, but I give Failure a salute for stepping up and surrendering its life to the team. Swoop came out, got the rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the fight. Gone, but not forgotten. Okay. Now we can climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up, he's got snot on his feet, crying in the snow because he beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya on Veilstone HQ." We start running through these trying to find Iris, fighting the scientist. Porygon 2 freaks me. It's way too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird. I do Porygon 2 though. I like a plush of Porygon 2. Very cute. What? Oh! No! Squoop! I wasn't okay. And Curb stomped the Porygon 2 out of vengeance. But to put it lightly, I wasn't taking that too well. My heart is breaking. I'm actually sad. But life doesn't stop when dog dies, so I had to keep looking and brought all the vibes up to the team. With intense blood-curdling revenge, I stormed into Iris' room. Fight! Shrimp and Milk took out the team in no time. I snatched my ball and used this teleport to enter an orb mystery as I'll use all being held captive. Fight! And Saturn was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet. Cyrus wants to destroy the planet, I think, and we catch him at Spear Player. Before we run and attack him, Moses and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here. And it's like, well, help. Well, both their bronzers, more squiggly, and Bear's munchak. So I thought, it was over. Well, Barry, we're really doing a lot for the team, aren't you? Oh my god. No, it was a crit!
Yeah,
not
it's
only
a crit.
Did I not know their goal, but it had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit! So
4 times super effect.
Bad. Then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Arthur, you have to go to the store and fight Cirrus and Giratina. If
I don't have her, she's back from Pro.
Being able to new member, we're in mad. We finish the battle and Cyrus starts his whole spiel out how the world is imperfect, blah blah blah. Everyone must die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina. A hole opens, a rip in space leading to the distortion world, and I'm kind of just standing off to the side, twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me there without my consent. Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world is destroyed. Are you ready? No, I'm not. go free! Oh, get out of here. Goodbye.
Sorry, got away.
We just got you. And then you died. But luckily, when I accidentally caught that whooper while trying to get Yanma, it's time Oops. You were no accident. You're a lucky star who carry us to victory. We got Oops leveled up, came back to the spear pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in. Everything is topsy-turvy, and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus still so he had me. Oops took out his Houndoom, and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified, because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies.
Yep.
And Milk is notorious for missing his Thunders. But
fingers crossed.
It hit. Milk lives another day. He also took out Cyrus's Crobat and Honchkrow, and Shrimp finished up his Weavile. Cyrus steps aside, and suddenly, it's just me and the Angel of Darkness itself, Giratina.
Now, what was that? Okay, now what is going on?
I threw the Master Ball, and like that, it was over. I saved the world.
Good.
Now to get back to my gym badges. I arrived at Sunny Shore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym. I know he's the gym leader and he's supposed to be tough. Apparently he's depressed because everyone challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops, and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain anything, right?
No.
I checked. Oops was just Earthquake and everything. And at the end, I'll admit I'm scared. Okay, don't crit. If you crit Giga Impact, that would be really...
Oh, and it wasn't even a crit.
But it's all good. We're all good. And with that, off to Victory Road we went, where we caught ourselves a Gabite named Flakes.
Cool.
Let's have one, I don't know, the beginning of the game, say, in way... Better late than never. It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere. Flakes A6, yeah, is an amazing... Whoa! No!
How is that possible?
You're kidding.
Now that is impossible.
Oh dear. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After Puppy died, I stepped back and decided the team we go into the Elite Four with needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so I couldn't go in willy-nilly just hope the best. After literally a few hours of calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the team in place of Puppy, and the Heavy Heart left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought See the Now Magnezone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the eggs Cynthia gave me. Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made this far without them.
Yep.
I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors, no return, and immediately got interrupted by Barry, who wanted to have one last fight. Anyway...
What was that?
Welcome. This is the Elite Four.
Yep.
The battle starts and C takes out Aaron Xeon Mega.
Good job, C.
Oops takes out his Drapion and Coley takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next up is Bertha.
Okay. Drapion was he was like, whoa!
Bertha loves ground types, but Oops has time smashing through her team.
Whoa, they look
I felt
evil.
a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well. On to Flint.
I think Flint is the strongest.
Flint has a pretty scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as well. And with that, we're on to the last member, Lucian. Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She set up sword stances and bullet punched everything. Proud of Shrimp. And suddenly, Finally, I'm at the entrance to the champion. Trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle, and many still fear to this day. Took a deep breath, pressing well, and I don't know how to feel about it. I looked up, and there she was. At this moment, I have only one last objective. The Spirit Tomb, which has no weaknesses, so I sent out her to hit as hard as possible. Flakes takes out Togekiss, and then her question comes out. This is known to be one of the toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise, and rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even he fears what he's created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us to victory here. I planned to put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died. That was our only hope. But then, Oops crit. And that was it. Nothing my team can take a hit from this monster, and even if they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there was an end of done, and battle basically endable now. Brought out Shrimp to bullet punch, and we can get a little bit of damage, but she was killed. Away at it, taking damage too, but was crit one shot. At this point, I'd accepted defeat. Only Hurt, Sadie, and Flake were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds, Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp and killed it. I didn't think he could do it. He was too little weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could outspeed it. Suddenly, there was a chance. We could win this after all. Cynthia brings out her Milotic, which she took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes took out the Lucario with Dig. The Earthquake TM is on, and we all know what happened there. Finally, our last Pokemon comes out. Roserade. Flake went in for the Dragon Claw, and the battle was over. We won. As soon as congratulating me, I feel like overwhelmed emotions of my entire body. So it almost knocks me down. I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the Distortion world, Giratina split me into. How do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses parallel to the world? That was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending of? The world I'm living in now is all willing to be, but the other Jaiden is equally as I am her. Even if I think I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape?
Is she like in a different world where this isn't a real one?
The answer. I may be able to assist throne now and think Pokemon that put in everything to get here. All the hard work, blood, sacrifice we made, but I don't think I can ever accept victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me, and I don't think I ever will.
Wow, that's deep. Alright guys, well, yeah.